Dumela Vagayesu to my friends in Botswana, Kunjani to my friends in South Africa, Makadini to my brothers and sisters in Zimbabwe, Mwashibukeni Mwaikalajani to my Zambian family and friends. Indeed, my friends in Kenya, the rest of Africa, and the diaspora, welcome. Today, I have another interesting conversation with a company that is based in Zambia. This is a construction company called CITIWORKX, and we're going to have a great conversation, which I hope that you will enjoy with one of their managing directors. In this conversation, we will basically look at the works that they are doing, the accreditation that they have, and you will notice that this company is actually run by professional qualified Zambians. And I must say, I am really impressed with what is happening. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. But before we crack on, I would say this, please remember to click the like button, subscribe, and press the notification bell. At the end of this conversation, stay and watch it. You will hear some interesting numbers in terms of estimate, how much it will cost you to build a standard 3-bedroom house. I was blown up. I couldn't believe it, but that's what it is. So if you are in the diaspora and you're thinking of building, this is something that you need to look at and just, take note of. This is basically the figure that a professional company will give you, and that's what it is. So I hope you will enjoy this video, and let me welcome Danny. Danny, welcome, and introduce yourself.
Yeah. Okay. So, my name is Danny Simwanza. I'm a co-managing partner of CITIWORKX Zambia Limited, a construction company here in Zambia, based on the Copper Belt. And so that's it.
Okay, so that's wonderful. Thank you very much, Dan, for giving us this opportunity to have a conversation with you. And I think you mentioned that you are running a construction company in Zambia. How is it going there? How busy are you?
Construction is a very seasonal business out there, and like I mentioned earlier, any economic glitch or ups and downs in the economical flow of cash really affects us directly, almost immediately. So, but I would say it's okay. We have our ups and downs here and there, but generally, I think construction is improving. It's going okay.
It's going all right. So I know probably maybe I didn't mention this. I knew you as an architect, so I came to see you at your offices because I wanted an architect to do the flats that I was doing. So you've moved on from being an architect to construction. How are you finding it? I know you've mentioned that it's got ups and downs, but how are you finding it?
I think looking back in the years, I think I've always been, as much as I'm an architect, I studied architecture, I'm an architect by profession, but from the onset and the direction that I took from school studies and whatnot, when we were in school, working on the School of Medicine in Ndola, and then after finishing school, went on to work with the Copperbelt University practice office under Mr. Mabo, who are more on the construction side of the project, and sort of the interest grew from there, and then that's how I found myself doing more of the construction. And immediately after 1 year of working under the Copperbelt University, we went on to to start our own business firm with my co-founder, Trevor Barry, who's my business partner.
Yes.
So from there, and then it's been interesting because after doing all your studies of architecture and whatnot, now it's about like realizing whatever our practicing architects are doing out there. Like we are making the dreams, we are realizing their dreams. And it's very interesting because it's good.
It's good. So I must say, I mean, if you're, it's really good because you obviously have that knowledge of architecture, so you understand, and I think you understand the regulations. You understand basically the whole lot, which is quite good. And so, I mean, I know it's been a while since I came to your offices. So how long have you been? How long have you been involved in construction or running the construction?
We have been in this business for about 7 going into 8 years now.
Oh, that's nice.
We started out very, very small. Like, practically when we started off, we were operating from a boot of a car,
Yes.
Yeah, so we've grown from that. We are now, I would say, an established entity. Like, we've gone through the process of being up to where we are, and there's a whole lot more to be done.
That's right.
And then we look up, and then I need to mention that we look up to a lot of big people.
Yes.
From how the Copperbelt University is.
Yes.
We've passed through so many people, excellent people. You talk of people like Dr. Chifunda, you talk of Professor Malama, Mr. Mawo, Mr. Chimanga. Those are big names in construction, and those are the people we used to admire and look up to. Mr. Milando, I'm sure you know Mr. Milando Chimuka. Those are like exceptional people in this industry, and we look up to them and like following step by step, and so far I think we are not so bad. Yeah.
So I mean, as this series that I'm running says, how to build in Zambia while living in the diaspora. So if I'm looking for a contractor in Zambia, I mean, I'll obviously be looking at trying to understand what sort of credentials do you have that will set you apart and say, you know what, if you come to me, I will take care of everything here. You don't have to worry. What sort of credentials do you have there?
Yeah, like for example, to practice as a contractor in Zambia, we have to be registered with a number of regulatory bodies. I know Dr. Chifunda touched some of those, like, regulatory bodies such as the National Council for Construction. Yeah. So depending on the projects that we are undertaking, we have to be registered with NCC. They've got categories. There's mining, there's building, construction, roads. So us as CITIWORKX, we are registered with NCC under roads, under mining, building. Okay. So we can do road projects, we can work in the mine, and then we can do institutional buildings, schools, stuff like that, buildings, normal residential housing, commercial, and all of that. So we want to register with NCC. Yeah. And then also EIZ. If you're going to undertake any engineering projects, you need to be accredited with the Engineering Institute of Zambia, which sort of overlooks the engineering profession. So we are registered with that, and CEOs and whatnot. So we are registered with all of those regulatory bodies.
Okay. Is there a specific body that looks after contractors in Zambia?
There is. I would say mostly contractors are affiliated or rather registered with these chambers of this, that, chambers of that. Yeah, so they are, apart from the regulatory ones, there are also those sub bodies that companies would belong to or registered. Yeah. But those are more, although I can't say specifically or 100%, but they are more on ensuring that the proper practice of those members, and also equal opportunities amongst the registered members, stuff like more like regulating. Those they are there. You can be member of the chambers, local chambers here and there. Okay. But the main one, you have to be registered with the National Council for Construction and the Engineering Institute of Zambia, amongst many others. Okay. These are very key.
Yeah, no, that's quite good. I mean, I think at the beginning when we started I'm not so sure whether we spoke about obviously how the construction industry is and all that, and the fact that you've been in the industry now as a contractor for about 8 years or so. So currently, in terms of work, what sort of work are you undertaking at the moment? What sort of projects do you have at the moment?
Right now, we are. Way back when we just started, we used to do a lot of small residential buildings. And as the profile is growing and as more people are having confidence in your business and because you're able to deliver and whatnot, right now we are working on some, there's a non-governmental organization that builds develops the schools and then hands them over, after furnishing the schools and whatnot, then they hand them over to the Ministry of Education. So right now we are working on the third school, which is more like a secondary school.
Okay.
Quite a big project size. So it's more on it's an institutional, I would say it's a secondary school. That's one of the ongoing projects that we have. And then also we are doing some commercial properties for active agencies. I'm sure you know these people. It's a company that makes Clearview fences. Quite very good company.
Okay.
They're doing their administrative office just within Kitwe Parklands area.
Okay.
And then among other small supermarkets and of course residential houses never miss. We're doing a number of residential houses. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's quite good. So I mean, like I said, the idea behind this is to try and encourage my brothers and sisters in the diaspora to say, you know, there are companies in Zambia that are able to basically run to the buildings or construct a house for you if you're looking for a house or you want to try and get into commercial buildings. So if you are looking, I don't know how many, I'm not so sure whether you've had any dealings with anybody in the diaspora, and if so, or if not, what sort of advice would you be telling them to say, you know, you are open for business, come, we are able to look after you?
Yeah, I think what I would say the best, more like the thing that can speak for you the most would be the quality of the work, and then also more like a reference from another person who've done. Right now, currently, we are working on a residential house in Lusaka. It's called not presidential. What's the place in Lusaka called? The one where State Lodge.
State Lodge, okay.
We're doing a house in State Lodge in Lusaka for someone in diaspora. They're in the US. And then I wish I sent you those the project, the status. But yeah, it's been of course we had the same similar issue of trust.
Yeah.
You can present everything, but if there's no reference or there is no, that's why it's very important whenever we finish a project, we need to get all of these completion certificates where the client can where the client is so satisfied, they can issue you with a completion certificate that you can present to say, oh no, we did this, we finished. You can refer to them, you can call them, ask them how the whole transaction was and whatnot. But in terms of diaspora, that's why I like the series, what you are doing right now. I think if people can hear it through you and say, okay, there's a business in Zambia that have done ABCD.
Yes.
I mean, we've dealt before. You can say, way back, I think I saw them, though they were a bit here, there. It's easier like that to convince others. When there's a testimony and say, oh, okay, all those guys have seen what they can do, ABCD and whatnot, it's much, much easier. But we are open for business. We are hungry for more work. And
that's wonderful. Really like I think, you are on the ground, you're familiar with, in terms of construction durations, estimates and all that. Yes, I am a quantity surveyor and I was for a long time in Zambia as well. But if somebody is watching here and you are a contractor and somebody wants to just have an idea of how much a 3-bedroom, not complicated house, how much would that cost? And possibly if you could talk about the duration as well. I mean, assuming the funds are there. Not where you have funds coming in bits, but assuming the funds are there. So just if you could just give us an idea on a 3-bedroom house, duration, and yeah. So if you,
let's say, for example, a basic 3-bedroom house, let's say we say 130 square meters, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's say 130 square meters. A basic, let's say, medium cost house, nothing so extravagant, nothing ridiculously here, like a basic 3-bedroom house. I would say it would cost somewhere between 500,000-600,000 kwacha.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I would say somewhere between 500,000-600,000 kwacha, roughly.
Complete with all the fittings.
With all the fittings, of course, we're not talking about A grade.
No, just standard.
Yeah,
just
like a basic standard. Yes, the word is standard. Actually, a standard trivial. Yeah, it would cost somewhere there, but of course, markets fluctuate.
Oh, the market, of course. Okay. And then duration.
Duration. I think we've done a house before in 3 months.
3 months. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, we've done a house before in 3 months, so I think it can be done. Like you said, funds are available here and there. We have all the machinery and the plants, so work is made very easy. So I would say you could have your keys in 3 months.
Yeah. Before I actually move on to another matter that I wanted to touch on, we started this conversation where you are, and we know you are a qualified architect. Does your business do design and build?
Well, I would. That's a very common question. Usually, we don't usually do design, and there should always be an architect, a separate architect, not really in-house, but someone of our business who's supposed to bring the design part. And then we bring the building parts, then we can say design and build, especially coming from a contractor, maybe architect, registered architect, practicing architect. They can do a design and build, like, form some kind of a JV with a construction company and present it as one entity and say design and build. But from the contractor side, there should be like a
Okay. Yeah. So you've basically divorced yourself from architecture, from being an architect. You registered, you've just given up on that and just gone the contractors.
Yeah. I've picked a path as an architect. You can either design or you can go on this side. But I think I've picked more on the construction. It's more. I wouldn't say it's more involving. It's more exciting for me. Office work was, architects, you spend so much time in the office. Yeah. It wasn't my kind of thing. And then also just looking at my background, how I grew up, it's a construction family. So I think I just found myself doing construction stuff. So,
that's quite good. Getting back to what I wanted to talk about, I think you mentioned you've got plant and all that. So, your business, I was looking at your company profile, and with your permission, when we release this video, I would like to share that, if that's okay. But it looks like you basically have tracks and mixers and all the equipment. Is that what it is, or you go out to hire, or you basically have your own equipment?
Over time, we've come to own our own equipment. We have our own dump trucks. Yeah. We have our own TLBs. We have our own concrete mixer. Almost every construction equipment, I think, we have. Because even remember, we're talking about NCC, National Council for Construction. If you want to upgrade, when you just register, you start as a grade 6, which is the lowest. But as you try to upgrade, like for roads, for example, we are grade 4. You need to upgrade to that. You need to show proof that, we own construction equipment, we have dump trucks, we have TLBs, we have this and that, we are able to execute this. That's how we upgrade. So we have our own equipment, and that has made construction very, very, very easy for us. And
so, I think we're running out of time. If I was to say, you obviously, I keep on saying I'm in the diaspora. So if you're talking to somebody in the diaspora and you want to try and encourage them, or probably a word of caution, what would you say to them?
First things first, you have to approach a professional.
Yes.
That reduces, it may seem a bit expensive, but it reduces so many risks that would cost you a lot of money in the long run. Pick depending on the scale or magnitude of the project, pick the right architect, pick the right contractor, and all of. So the first step would be picking the right professionals. You don't just go to anyone or anything. Make sure you do your background check, references, and all of that. That would be a good step.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've made ourselves available out there. Say, oh, we are ready for business, diaspora, this, that. Like, we are ready to work.
Okay. Yeah. And if someone wants to get in touch with you, I know we will flash your details on the screen. So if they want to get in touch with you, what number? Are you in Lusaka? Are you just on the Copper Belt?
Right now, our main office has been in the Copper Belt, which is Kitwe, Riverside, 27 Congo in Riverside. Yes. And then we have another office in Lusaka, 6 Mwarule Road, in North Mid, Lusaka. Okay. And then we are just in the process of opening another office in Solwezi, especially for the plants, the machines that we hire out, because we are into haulage and whatnot. So those dump trucks and whatnot. So we're opening an office in Solwezi. But right now we're working in Kitwe, Lusaka, and we do many other projects out of any other town. Wherever work is,
you can be there. I mean, I think one of the things that I've seen, from the other videos that I've posted is people asking for a website. Have you got a website that people can actually just go onto it and say, yeah. Go on.
Yes. No, we have the website now. I will send it to you. Okay. Just CITIWORKX.com. It's very easy and very accessible. At least you have a preview of our business, and then also people want to know that this is a legit business and they have an address. I can go to this to their location and I can find them. They exist somewhere. So we have a website that shows everything and we're accessible.
No, that's really good. Dan, thank you very much. It's really great talking to you, and definitely I hope friends across the all over in the diaspora will be able to see this and know that we indeed have professionals in Zambia, and their work will be carried out in a way that there will be no cutting corners, and you guys the regulations. You're obviously trying to uphold the standards of the country, and I think that's what we all are trying to do. And I think thank you very much for coming onto the show.
No, thank you so much. It was a pleasure, and I hope a lot of people see this.
Yes, please remember to share.
I will. I shall.
All right.